LTS Story of the Week: The Unfulfilled Healing. So there was a woman, her name was Laura. Now, Laura was just like anyone else, an everyday mom to three beautiful kids, married to her husband David, living life, raising their children, just normal. Until one day everything changed. Laura got news no one ever wants to hear. She had cancer. It rocked their world. Everything stopped. Life got hard fast. She started chemo and then came the pain. So much pain that they had to put her on narcotics just to cope. But it didn't work. Nothing worked. The cancer kept spreading to the point where she can barely walk anymore. Now, somewhere in this journey, Laura started watching a well known TV pastor, Benny Hinn. If you've never heard of him, he's famous for his healing crusade. Here's what would happen: people would show up desperate for a miracle. They would then get prayed over by Benny Hinn or his team. And by the end of the night, his staff would line up the stage with people claiming that they had just been healed. And it was powerful. That caught national attention and drew people in from all over America, especially those who were sick. And Laura was no exception. She thought to herself, if they got healed, then why not me? And eventually she gets the chance to attend one of Benny Hinn's crusades. She goes, she gets prayed for by someone on his staff, and this is where things take a turn for the worse. According to her husband David, someone on Benny Hinn's team told Laura that she was healed, that she no longer needed chemo or even her pain medication. That's a massive claim, right? But Laura believed it. During that service, she stood up from her wheelchair, she gave her testimony, she walked out of there declaring she was healed. When she got home, she told her family, I am done with my medication, I am healed, I am trusting Benny Hinn. Sounds like a miracle ending, doesn't it? But sadly, it wasn't. Laura's cancer hadn't gone away, and 2 months later, she passed away. She left behind three kids and a husband who had to bury his wife. Now, this story, along with other similar stories, caught public attention, and it was brought up during a TV special where people started questioning the legitimacy of Benny Hinn's healing crusades. Benny Hinn responded,
It bothers me if a staff of mine told her to quit medication or chemotherapy. I have never said that to anyone. The last time, I do not say to the individual, you're healed. They're telling me they've been healed. So we're not the ones claiming they've been healed. They're the ones claiming they've been healed.
But despite the finger pointing, despite the debates, Laura was still gone. And you could argue all day. Maybe she misunderstood. Maybe she knew deep down inside that she wasn't healed but just wanted a reason to stop fighting. We'll never truly know. But here's the real question. What do we take away from this? First, we need to rethink our view on healing. Yes, God can heal. Yes, miracles do happen. But as unpopular as this is to say, no, God does not always heal. And even when someone is healed, it's temporary. Because the Bible says it's appointed for man once to die, and then the judgment. Nobody is healed forever because no one lives forever. Like one of my favorite Christian influencers says, 1 out of 1 people die. Because just think about it, even Lazarus, a man who was raised from the dead, he had to eventually die again. Healings in the Bible weren't casual. They weren't everyday occurrences. They were powerful signs that pointed to who Jesus was, that he wasn't just a teacher, that he was the Son of God. When Jesus healed, it was effortless, instant, undeniable. That was one of the many reasons why crowds came from everywhere just to see him. And so when it comes to Laura, we see that she got lost within the Benny Hinn hype and lost sight of the true healer, Jesus Christ. And I don't say that to bash her because believe me, I understand whenever you want immediate hope and relief, you'll cling to whoever and whatever. But the most important thing here is that we cannot lose sight on the fact that if we put our trust on Jesus, that even if we don't get the answer that we want in this life, we'll definitely get it in the next life. And so until next time, be blessed and always put Jesus first.